Hi everyone, my name is Lisa and I'm the Education Coordinator with the Financial and Consumer Services Commission of New Brunswick. Today, I'll be sharing a sad reality that we just don't talk about enough: senior financial abuse. I want to tell you a story that was shared with us. A daughter called distraught. Her mother, who had suffered from Alzheimer's disease, recently passed away. And adding to her grief was the discovery that while she was cleaning out her mother's bedroom, she found a jewelry box. And in the jewelry box, there were a bunch of little notes. And each note were handwritten by her father. And on every note, it said things like, "This is your engagement ring. This is your wedding ring. I gave you this necklace when our first child was born." There was about a dozen of these notes in the box, but no jewelry was there. They had all been stolen. As disheartening and gut-wrenching as that story is, it really illustrates that if someone could steal these precious possessions, then how far-fetched is it to think that someone could take an elderly woman's pension check or use their credit card for their own purpose, or maybe fill up their gas tank using a senior's debit card, or take that $10 that's sitting on their nightstand. When we hear stories like this, it really puts it in perspective how close to home this can be and how easy this can happen. What is senior financial abuse? Senior financial abuse is the misuse of an older person's money or property, and it's often done by adult children, relatives, family friends, caregivers, or a person they trust. It can also include the misuse of a power of attorney document to take money to buy things without the senior's knowledge, cashing in investments without permission, pressuring a senior to sign documents, lend money, sell their home or their assets for the abuser's gain, forcing a senior to change the beneficiary of their will, and pressuring a senior to provide food, shelter, housekeeping, or childcare without payment. It's happening more than we want to think and more than we know. It's often unreported, and it's been called the silent crime of the 21st century. What are some of the warning signs to watch out for? Change in appearance or hygiene. A senior who regularly goes to, say, the hairdresser may stop going because they no longer have the money or the ability to get out of their own home. An overly protective caregiver. The caregiver may insist on being present when the senior meets with a financial advisor or a banker. They may also try to isolate the senior and cut off their social ties and their support networks. Be on the lookout for a reacquainted relative who suddenly shows up in the senior's life. A fear or sudden change in feelings about someone. A senior may cut off relationships with an abusive son or daughter, and they may be forced to sell their home, or they might become submissive. And finally, missed bill payments. They may no longer have money to meet their bill requirements. How do we protect seniors? Well, we all have a role to play. We need to keep seniors engaged so they don't feel alone and isolated by connecting in safe ways. And this can include phoning, texting, emailing, or video chatting. We also should be using this time to have conversations with our aging parents about their financial situation, their plans, and their wishes. And if these conversations are left until our loved ones become ill, they're likely to be hurried, emotional, and uncomfortable. Be on the lookout for signs of senior financial abuse and reach out to a senior who may be isolated and vulnerable. And finally, discuss common frauds and scams. Visit our webpage at fcnb.ca to find out more about frauds that are circulating within our province. FCNB has tools and resources to help. Visit us at www.fcnb.ca.